Looks like another garden update. Hey guys, welcome back. I guess I should say welcome back to myself, huh? It's been a minute. Going to do a garden update today, I guess, on this drizzly afternoon. Kind of took some time away. Been really busy at work and all, but blah blah blah. Y'all are here for the garden, right? Are you? Who knows? So anyway, it's sprinkling. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. Maybe not. It's sprinkling out there a little bit. So I stopped under my mulberry tree. I don't know that I've ever mentioned it, but hey, by the way, right here by the orchard, we got a mulberry tree growing. Hold on, I'll turn around and show you what we got going on here. This one is much bigger than all of the other fruit trees we have at the moment. But it's been here for a while. So let's go get to the new stuff. As I was coming down here, the garden's behind me. The garden's there. As I was coming into the garden, because I've been working in the garden, got a little dirty, a little sweaty. But as I was coming down in here, right back over here on the fence row, I heard some blowing, which means there's a deer over there that didn't want me here and ran away. I mean, technically this is my place, but they can come. Just got to keep them off my fruit trees. So here we are at the Mongolian pear. It's not looking great. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if it's too much water, not enough water. I don't know what it is. But we have had a lot of rain, and of course if you're from Arkansas, you know. If you're keeping up with Arkansas, you'll know. But the riverbanks are flooded, so you know, we're alternative routing places. Where we're at, the Arkansas River backs up some of the streams and creeks and stuff around us, and so we're having to one of our main roads towards town is blocked off, so we're having to detour. It's taking me about an extra 10 to 15 minutes to get to work every day. It's not so bad really, although I've noticed that I'm tired. Tired-er in the morning? I don't know. So anyway, down here at pear trees, walk with me people. The oh, maybe I don't want to make you sick. This little pear tree here, I don't know if you can see those. It's doing pretty good. Let's flip her around, eh? Now we can see a little better. We got some pears growing on this little guy. He's kind of doing his thing. There. Oh, I follow Brother Cody Sojourn Gear on Instagram, and I don't know if he watched one of my videos or we just got lucky, but the last garden thing I did where I hid behind the tree, I'll show you, where I kind of did one of these garden update things. He did something very similar. I don't know if he watches my channel. It'd be great if he does, but I thought it was funny that he did it, but he did it in a mulberry tree and was saying that everybody should make a diagram of all the fruit trees in their area, which is not a bad idea if you're paying attention to that sort of thing. So yeah, don't be marking my stuff on your diagram, Brother Cody. So here's the apple tree. This is the little apple tree. Oh, flip it. Here's the little apple tree again. It's doing okay. It's gotten a little bigger. And then here's the other apple tree. Everything's looking good. This one is the red delicious apple. Red delicious apple. And then this guy over here is going to be our Arkansas black apple. Is it black apple? I should know these things. Yeah, Arkansas black apple. And it looks like it always does. It looks like it's doing what it does. And over here to the little peach trees. I'm not seeing any deer tracks, but I'm seeing peaches off in there. And I'm not sure, I might just take these peaches when they fall off and pull the seeds out of them and try to plant them. I mean, y'all tell me what you think about that. Taking those peaches and trying to replant them. This is the one that's been struggling here, the early Red Haven. It's still kicking, but you can see that it got beat up pretty good by the deerus. And I know I need to mow. It has rained literally like every day for a week. And oh, I'm all up in it. This is our other pear tree that I planted last year. And it's doing good. It's doing fine. I haven't seen any fruit on it yet. The ever expensive, tangled up. Let's get that out of your leaves. What is this guy here? The flavor rich peach, ever expensive. So this is something I don't talk about either. I don't have the greatest patch here, but down here on this pond levee, let's see, find my hand, there we go. This is all blackberries down through here and flipping around. And the other day me and Shorty came out here and we're snacking on some of them. I'm not seeing any at the moment. I may have been beaten out by critters already. That's the downside to it, is I'm not the only critter that knows they're here. There ain't a berry one on these things. There's a little one. Let me see if I can get it right there. No good, really. But yeah, so there's blackberries down here. What made me think about it is I was noticing right here around this peach tree, I saw, there we go. I saw a little red blackberry, and there's another one there. You see that? Where is it? There he is. I might take those. There's one. But yeah, so the blackberries kind of naturally grow on this hill. I've been mowing all this, but once I figured out, come on hand, work with me. Once I figured out that's what these were, you know, I'm not a plant expert. Once I figured out that's what they were, I started leaving them alone. And you can see I mowed the pond levee down to the water because I don't like being down in tall grass around water. Not because I'm afraid of critters, but because of my kids and stuff. You know, my kids aren't afraid of critters. They don't know any better. And they're not afraid of anything, so. Not being afraid of critters is not a bad thing, but you also got to know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with critters. So I worry about the kids there, and I try to, you know, I know that ticks and snakes and all kinds of critters prefer the tall grass, so I try to keep them cut down. It's simple, it's knowledgeable. Let's head up to the garden. So here we are. This is for you, NWA prepper. Ah! Did I do it right? I think so. Alright, here we are in the land of the food. Alright, I'll try to quick run down it. The tomatoes are doing good. We're getting tomatoes. Which we were getting tomatoes last time. But I'm super excited. You know, different kinds of tomatoes as we go. These 4 guys here are the small tomatoes. There may actually be 5 of them, I don't know. But then we got some different kinds of tomatoes, and I really wish I could remember what was what. But I don't, because I'm not good at this. But almost all of the tomato plants are producing tomatoes at this point. This guy here, he keeps falling over on me. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I need a better, there we go. I need a better stand for him. No, I didn't get that in the shot. Tomatoes? Yeah, tomatoes. Alright, so while I'm here, I'm going to flip around. There's Kitty. Hey, Kitty. Our grapes are doing well. They're growing up on the fence pretty good. This big old poke salad thing is doing well. So here we have the white beans. You see I've put up something for them to crawl on. They were, I think what I've done here, I think what I did is I put things too close. I was really wanting a lot of food out of this garden, but I put things too close. And so my, what is that, squash? I think my squash and my beans are too close to each other. So what I did is I kind of took these old tomato square things. I don't know what they're called, I'm sorry. We had them, and I should probably use them for the tomatoes, but if you unhook them and spread them out, they make pretty good lattices for the beans to grow on. If you can see them in the background maybe. So what I've tried to do is take all the squash and keep it in a row. It's too close, you know, I think it's too close. I'm gonna have to work on spreading out my crops. I'm failing at that part. So that was the mysterious white beans row. It's doing great. I don't want to see me. This is the squash land. Pretty sure this is squash. I'm here, I go questioning myself. Squash is doing good off in there. These are some more beans. I think these are the black beans. I haven't got anything for them to crawl on yet. I'm thinking about that. I have some of that, I don't know what it's called, the 2x4 square stuff in one of the sheds around here. I may just throw up some posts and throw it up here and let it crawl up it. I don't know if I want to do that or not, but I got to do something pretty soon. As you can see, like on this guy here, starting to get to where it wants to start to crawl as well. This was the Three Sisters corn. We changed our mind on the Three Sisters thing. That's ornamental corn. I still don't know if it's edible. I haven't looked at it yet. These are pumpkins that did or didn't make it. There's a whole lot of them on the end down there. They must like something down there. And nothing on the row all the way down here. These are the other beans. What were they? Man, I'm bad at this. More kinds of beans. You see they're trying to grow as well. They're trying to sprawl out. But they're doing fine. They're growing. They're growing like the weeds. All the way down. That's a big old long row. This is where the longer rows start. You see how the pumpkins didn't go very far. And then these were the other beans. Which beans were they? They're the common beans. They're the not the black beans. Oh well, I'm sorry, y'all. Sweet corn and Three Sisters sweet corn. It's not Three Sisters anymore. The corn's doing well. It's growing pretty good. This is the sunflower row. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, maybe only 5. I can't quite tell from here. So the sunflowers are coming up. The what is it? Snap peas are climbing up the fence pretty good. I'm gonna have to get over there and clean that up again between them trees and the fence, but it's growing really well right there. Look how high those are. The problem I have and I'm worried about is all this area on the other side of this fence was all poison ivy. And I'm not worried about it that much, but I don't want them to intermingle. Anywho, going back, I missed something here. Let's see. Sunflowers. This is the okra row all the way down, doing okay. I don't remember who this was. There's some plants in there. What is it? What is it? What is it? Watermelons maybe? I think maybe they're watermelons. I think they only went halfway. Yeah, I think that's watermelons. I think that's correct. And then I'm pretty sure these two rows were Well, that's supposed to be a row. It looks just like a driveway to me or something. But these 2 rows were supposed to be our bell peppers. We eat a lot of bell peppers. They didn't grow, or they're not growing, and there may be 1 or 2 way down there that we did from a bell pepper we bought at the store, and we did germinated them inside the house and all that. And it actually was growing, and I think it's still kicking. This guy here is cucumbers in this crooked row that goes that way, but they're kind of out here growing by themselves. We eat a lot of pickled stuff too, a lot of pickles, not pickled stuff, but a lot of pickles. And I love pickles. I'm not a cucumber fan. Isn't that weird? So, and there's supposed to be 2 rows here as well. One of them was carrots and one of them was onions, and we haven't seen anything from that so far. I've not been mowing it because I don't know what they look like, cleaning it up. I haven't mowed any of the garden. I have a, hold on. So I don't think it's actually called a scythe or a scythe or whatever it is the Grim Reaper carries. But I use this. I kind of go down through there, and this is a lot taller around the corn and stuff. You can kind of see where I've whacked on it some maybe. But I try to be very careful with it and just trying to keep it trimmed down some. I need to do it over there, but I'm not sure what's what over there. I'm really not a super gardener, but I'm learning. I think that's the important thing of this, is that I'm learning how to do it, and I'm obviously growing some food here. I've had a lot of action. I came out here, it was drizzling earlier, and I don't know if you can tell that I'm wet or not, and I know I've talked about it, but I don't know if that's sweat or water. Woo, look at that hair. Woo, don't look at that hair. Anyway, I come out here earlier, and I had a lot of action with the bees that we have. Oh, you see that? See that guy? The carpenter bee, I think is what he was. Maybe. You know, carpenter bees. They're around here, and they're a pain in my butt. Anywho, there's you know, different animals out here, butterflies, dragonflies, hummingbirds. We have a hummingbird around here. We don't have a hummingbird feeder. But we got a hummingbird around here that'll come right over to you and say hello. Oh, let's see. I'm closing the gate, NWA Prepper. How about ha? Was that backwards? I hope so. Sometimes I have fun. Sometimes I feel like I'm just wasting your time. So, hold on. Here we are in the rock garden. Can you see me? Ooh, crazy cat. The plumcot tree, still alive. Still doing well. Constantly getting this. I don't know if maybe I'm thinking it's a bug now, and he's just getting to one spot. It looks broken though. It's just constantly there's one. Sorry, I'm doing this on camera. There's always one little broken area up here, almost like something's doing it on purpose. At the moment, it looks like we've only got the one little plumcot guy there. He's got some rain on him. Some of the other ones have fallen still, like I said before. I don't know. Still a learning curve there. So here's some exciting news. These guys have all opened up. They're beautiful, as you can see. Look at that. I mean, isn't that beautiful? It's just beautiful. And there's more in the rock garden here. There are a lot of these little guys, and I wish I knew what they were. My wife's probably gonna mouth at me. You know, you should know that we have a lot of these around here. But they're absolutely beautiful. So there's that. Maybe that's what's got the hummingbird coming around. I'm hoping. There's another one across over there by the house, which I've showed before. So this is our back door, and our back door mess that you're not going to get to see. There's Bentley. Get that horsefly. He bit me on the leg. Anyway, so this is growing, I'd say wild, and we've identified it as squash. We think it's squash. Pretty sure it is. And it's growing there, and I saw it growing there, and I was like, hey, that looks like something, you know, that I would plant. So I want to let it grow. And this is what we've got so far, and it is pretty awesome. I hope it produces me some fruits. or some squash. I hope it's squash. It could be. I guess it could be, but it looks like squash to me. It's got some flowers under there. It's starting to come out. Anyway, thought I'd add that. That's fun. And then here's that other. The rain has just beat everything down. It's trying to stay alive. There's Mr. Red Wasp in there. Oh, he's just a regular wasp. Regular paper wasp. Something ate all these up. Wonder if it was the bunnies, who I haven't seen since I took the pop shot at the one just to scare it off. I don't know if they're just hiding, if they were just frolicking because of the springtime thing, you know, that time of year. And then today, as it was raining, I let these guys get some water. The avocado project, I got them some water, and as you can see, they're doing a lot better. And this thing here, what is this thing here? Patios, decks. I'm not sure what this is, but my parents brought this when they visited, and I gave it some water. It looks like it's got a little too much water. It's kind of draggy. But yeah, so the avocados have really kind of said, hey, you're going to put us outside. We'll take it. I'm happy with that. So at risk of this being a super long video, I hope it's not. I'm taking a hike to the front of the property, and I won't record the whole walk because it's going to take a minute. I managed to step in an ant pile. I don't know if you can see those. Look at that guy there. Get out of my boots. This is the very lowest part of my property. I think it's I don't know if I'm going to show up, but I stepped in an ant pile back there, I guess, when I was talking. I stopped and talked to y'all, and I think I stood in an ant pile. Let's see if I can wipe it off with some of this tall grass. But I don't know if these are good for bees or not. I believe these are called black-eyed Susans or brown-eyed Susans. Don't get me wrong, I googled them because I don't know plants. But man, it's just cool seeing all these out here. And this grass is tall, y'all. It's that stuff sticking out right over there is probably up to my shoulders almost. It's pretty tall. I'm gonna step on something out here. You watch. So we get a lot of the idea is I don't keep bees, and I want to, but this is my version, and I've always kind of done this. Spring, summer, until it gets hot, I let the grass grow and let the wildflowers stay about. Man, I'm getting ate up by ants. I done got in them again. I gotta stop. Ooh, daggone. I think I stopped an ants that time too. I just gotta keep moving. They may be out here in this stuff too. But I have a lot of these black-eyed Susan things out here this year. And what I was saying, ooh, look here. Oh, I hope you got that. He came right for you. Anyway, the idea is for the bees. Oh yeah. I'm not sure, that may be a fly. Okay, so they're flies. But the idea is for the bugs to be able to have a place to come and do their pollinating. Thing. And this is not going the way I planned it. So it's a place for the bees. So yeah, I'm not really gonna walk out in this. You can see I was wrong. It's taller than I am. So it's at least 5'9". And things are eating my legs. That's what I get for, oh, those are those bell things. What are those called? Anywho, something's been out here, probably a deer. See where it's just all knocked down. Like maybe a deer bed or something. So there's that, you know. part of the garden thing. I'm gonna have to chop this all up because this is ridiculous. But another ant pile. I gotta get moving. At least they're down here and not up in my garden and in my yard. So I keep these growing. I let wildflowers grow for my bees and for my bugs, like they're mine. But the idea is they have the pollen to do their thing, and they can pollinate the things that I need pollinated. It's just a thought, and it was a long thought. But that's that. Ants suck. Well, I'm sorry. Things don't go as you plan them. So I got chewed up by ants. I ran home. I came home. Now it's raining nice, really well. Praise the Father. But the garden's doing well. It's getting plenty of moisture. The trees are doing good. Sunflowers are growing like wildfire. The ants are growing like wildfire. Bugs are abundant. I've seen plenty of pollinating insects and critters. So I'm gonna wrap this up real fast. Really long video, and I apologize. So that's the garden update for this week and last week, pretty much. Y'all have a good one. This hair is ridiculous too. What have I done?